The true essence of ascension is reaching unification within yourself. It is not about unifying with another. It is not underneath the idea or story that someone outside of you is going to complete you. This narrative has been instilled by dark forces and agendas to keep you away from coming into your highest truth and sovereignty. And I am going to break down a transmission for you about true divine union, and also going into the different flavors of divine union by explaining how this archetypal unification has been infiltrated by the false twin flame and karmic relationship narratives. Okay, so this is going to be hitting those angles, understanding and dissecting false twin flames and karmics, and getting ourselves out of these loops of suffering that someone needs to. And you guys, like, I pray to God, please God, all the angels, soul beings who need to hear this, like, please bring them to this video, because this transmission came through on the full moon for a reason when I was on my monthly cycle. And I am a deep oracle. I'm an oracle and medicine woman, and I know that this medicine and message is for certain people out there, so I trust that this will reach you. Please like and subscribe. If you support my transmissions, you support my efforts here, and comment below your thoughts if you know what comes up for you. I'd love to talk about it. All right, so my name is Grace. I specialize in trauma subconscious healing. And what I help people do is identify and heal core wounds and blocks, limiting beliefs, old emotional patterns that keep people stuck in the same cycles in their lives, that block them from being the highest and best version of themselves, through subconscious reprogramming work, through coaching, through oracle readings, through channeling the voice of the soul, and through really getting you clear on your path about what you're meant to be doing, who you're meant to be helping, what you need to do to align with your purpose, and what you need to heal within yourself and your soul and through your lineage bloodline that keeps you from being the best version of yourself. Okay, so I'll talk about that a little bit later, but thank you for being here. Let's get into the message. So I'm going to read from my computer so that I, go word for word, and then I will go into each topic as needed. All right. This is going to be juicy, so let's go. The divine masculine and divine feminine archetypal union has been infiltrated by the false twin flame and karmic relationship narratives that state, and for the purpose of this, I'm going to say this: starseeds must suffer in relationships in order to ascend. This is the narrative. The true unification is within you, and it always has been within you. This journey of unification represents the holy balance of the soul. And this holy balance is learned and returned to through self-mastery and inner healing work. You restore your natural blueprint of unification and divine union through inner healing and self-mastery work. Let's talk about how to do the inner healing work and also what I mean by self-mastery in this video. So let's talk about this. Your divine feminine aspects are the parts of you that are in tune with your auricular wisdom and intuition, which means your yeses and your nos. It is what guides your highest path. It tells you what your highest path is, your destiny and your gifts and your devotions. So all of those things are going to be instilled within the heart. They remain in the heart. Your divine masculine is the leader of the story. He is the action taker. If he wants to be in right relationship with the soul, he must follow the auricular wisdom of the feminine by acting on her guidance daily. He comes into right relationship by listening to her, being in integrity and acting in integrity with her intuition, moving from her best interest, and leading towards the higher purpose which comes from within the soul. He must not try and control or dim her oracle, her flow, or her emotions, but instead hold space for and accept them. He must not shy away or remain triggered by her watery nature, which is her emotional state, due to his inability to show up properly and as a strong enough container for her natural ocean-like movements that just come from the feminine. He must guide her to safety into the shores when she gets swept away in her own self. So here's the thing. People in the community, I'm going to call out the BS here. People in the community, twin flame community, karmic relationship community, believe that someone outside of them is meant to do this for themselves. Someone outside of them is meant to be this equal counterpart. When this type of divine union relationship externally is one that is learned and practiced through lifetimes of preparation for this unification, this is why Isis and Osiris were these high up beings from Egypt. Do you think that they just stumbled into divine union? They have spent lifetimes or just a whole soul journey spread out across however long it took them to get into right unification within for that to be externalized. That was a gift. That was their initiation. That was their soul's path that they were juiced up for and towards, right? So when we place this in the false twin flame narrative, and I'm gonna share more about, you know, this blueprint. There's so many different things about this message I want to tap into. But when you try to make someone who is abusive, narcissistic, doesn't fit you in compatibility, like the twin flame narrative that are playing out programs and stories and ideas and all this shit, when you are trying to find somebody who, yeah, or you're with somebody that is embodying these archetypes, just listen with an open heart and mind. If someone is not complimenting you already, you are getting distracted by them trying to force them into this role of a right relationship, feeling like you have to suffer in growth in relationship in order to ascend and stay with this false twin flame or karmic to complete something, we're stuck. Okay, and I'll explain why. You have to learn. The true unification is about you learning to come in right relationship with your inner masculine and feminine dynamics by leading yourself from your own intuitive nature, the wisdom of your heart, and taking action from your divine masculine self that is instilled within you like a caduceus. The image of the caduceus is what I'm going to speak into this mystery school teaching, right? These snakes, these true duality nature. This is within your being. And if you don't know what a caduceus is, I would suggest looking it up just to kind of get a little idea here. So it's meant to do this for yourself. If someone distracts you from your own unification with God, they are not your divine counterpart. You must learn to steady the container of your own life and move yourself away from the distractions of others and distractions of the world to come into unification with your own divine nature and guidance. You must not place this power outside of yourself from any person, place, thing, or system because you have your blueprint within yourself given to you by your own divine feminine creatrix nature. So holding space for your own evolution, validating your evolution, validating your emotions, validating your self, and making your life a reflection through listening to yourself and then acting in right relationship with that and making that your path and focus. So again, the divine masculine and divine feminine blueprint has been distorted by karmic and twin flame narratives by distracting star seeds from achieving divine union within. This would be where you get your sovereignty, your power, your freedom, your prosperity, your birthright divine design, your divine design. It keeps you playing out old narratives and abuse cycles instead of unifying your own quantum field, your own heart cohesion with the actions that you take in your life that affirm or don't affirm what you already know. You have your own inner knowings, and you are either acting in accordance to those or not. So when you allow these things outside of you, people, we all do it, people, work, things that take you away from your own organic blueprint, this is one of the most powerful forms of control that there could be. So if you are caught in cycles with twin flames or karmics that throw you off your path and take you away from God, see them for what they are instead of trying to mold them into something that they are not, because you will know in stillness whether something is taking you away from who you are or bringing you back to who you are. The truth is that, again, the divine union blueprint is not something for every single soul to experience in this lifetime. That is something to accept, because if you want to achieve external divine union, then you need to do your own inner healing work to become your own guardian, oracle, and protector of the divine light within you that has been given to you by Creator, your path, your purpose, your destiny that you need to fulfill, and continue choosing that over anything as much as you possibly can in a world of distractions and distortions, continuing to choose your own inner wisdom and taking action from that, even if that means letting them go, letting things go, letting it go. Not for the purpose of receiving the external divine union for something to complete you, because again, that is its own initiatory path that certain souls receive when they are ready. You don't need to keep forcing relationships to be things that they are not, because that takes you away from, again, internal unification. So what can you do? You have to focus purely and truly on your path and really be discerning about what helps you get closer to your soul essence and what takes you away from your soul essence. And this is where the inner healing work comes in, the work that I facilitate with my clients to heal and release old patterns, blocks, narratives, systems, inner child wounds, soul wounds, generational wounds, past life wounds. This is the work that I hold you in my container to help you receive true transformation, as I have done with myself. I've worked with over 3,500 clients, one-on-one, in person and online. And you can read about my testimonials and book a free consultation call through the link below if you are curious or called. Okay? Thank you. Here is my transmission for today. Let me know how it lands, and I will talk to you soon.